Hey everybody, we are Chad and Ashley, and this is ouRVan.
Hi.
Back again, and if you watched our last video, you know we mentioned briefly at the end that we actually ended up with 2 buses. So,
or if you didn't watch our last video, we bought a school bus and we were gonna convert it, and at the end of the video we shared that we had 2.
yeah, so that is the plan. We're converting a school bus. The original plan is right over here. Behind me you could see that little short bus back there. And we're going to tell you how we ended up with 2 today. So it's kind of an unusual story, so I don't know. Where should we start? So we are back in, I guess what we'll call bus number 1, the first bus we bought here. And so kind of complicated, but I guess kind of simple at the same time. So when we first started bus shopping, the first one we looked at was the other one. That flat nose bus over there that you really haven't seen much of. So we looked at the auction. That's really the first bus we looked at, kind of fell in love with the size. And then when the auction day came up, we lost the auction.
Sad day.
Yeah, kind of upsetting. We were in New York at the time. We had just gotten off the trail and we lost the auction for that bus, so kind of mixed up our plans. And then a few days later, there was another auction that came up where 5 buses similar to this one were all being auctioned off in Washington, D.C. So we decided we were definitely going to get one of those. Well, that first bus went for insanely expensive. It went for like $11,000 the first time it went at auction. We backed out at like 10 grand, which was still crazy high for a school bus.
Yeah. I think at that point we weren't even sure we wanted it, but it was like, I don't know.
Yeah,
It's very mixed emotions.
It was a price where we were almost happy to lose it.
Yeah, exactly.
So, anyways, then just a few days later, we bought this bus at auction. We paid around like $5,000 plus some other auction fees. They all went for about the same price. And then, just a few days after the auction ended, we were picking up this bus, and it was like, I think the day of or the day after we were picking it up, we got a notification that the buyer that won the other bus didn't pay. And we were gonna have, they gave us the option to buy it for what our bid was, which was like, it's like $10,500. It was still really high, so we decided still not to buy it at that point. And then they relisted it. So the auction came back up, and then I think it was like a 9-day auction. 9 days later, we had a chance to bid on it again. We thought about it for those 9 days and decided to go for it again. Why did we decide to go for it again?
I don't know, we really liked the size. I think we wanted something a little bigger. Not that we didn't enjoy our small RV. I think there were just some things we would have really appreciated in our next build, and this size was perfect to add those little things. Like, for example, a couch. We really, really missed having a couch. We wish there was just something to lounge on rather than just our bed. And this bus gives us that chance to build a couch inside of it.
Yeah, and in overall length, the new bus looks a lot bigger than this one, but it's only 2 feet longer. They really are about the same size. That one just looks a lot bigger because of the flat nose.
Well, the interior has more space because of the flat nose.
Yeah, and for those 2.5 extra feet of overall length, we gain about 5 to 6 feet of living space inside of it.
And that's a couch.
Yeah, the buildable space inside of this one's about 16 feet long, and in that one it's 21 feet long. So we got an extra, I guess, yeah, that would be 5 feet.
And we really liked also the big tires for more boondocking capability and off-roading.
Yeah.
And you really wanted the flat nose.
Yeah, love the look of the flat nose. It's got some things that aren't as good as this one. Like, honestly, I think the engine and transmission are better in this one.
Yeah, don't get us wrong, this short bus is a really good bus from what I hear, and everyone loves the engine and transmission and the 5-window. Apparently it's a really desirable bus. It has a really tall roof.
Yeah, 6.5 feet tall inside. It's high roof, good length, good engine transmission, good size. It's got tinted windows, which is awesome. The other one doesn't have tinted windows.
And we're not trying to sell the bus. I mean, we were selling the bus,
Well,
but
yeah, the bus is for sale.
we're not just like we're really complimenting because it's an awesome bus.
Yeah.
But
by the time this video is posted, it probably will already be sold. We've got someone who will hopefully come look at it tomorrow. We'll see. They've already come and seen it once. They said they wanted it. Hopefully it's sold. We'll see how that works out.
yes.
But let's go look at the new bus. Since you've seen this one for a little, we'll show you what the other one looks like. bus time.
So what is this bus, Chad?
No, you tell him.
I don't know. You know how many times he's told me what this bus is, and I'm like, I forget every time all of the specs.
So new bus is a 1999 Bluebird TC2000. It's got the 5.9 liter Cummins 24 valve engine. I think it was like the first year they switched from 12 valve to 24 valve. And it's got the Allison AT545 transmission, which isn't so desirable transmission, but to be honest with you, we sacrificed a lot to get this flat nose and this size, because from what we can tell, it is a very rare size. We have not seen many others of these. So, and also, the engine, full disclosure right now, we're not 100% sure on the condition of the engine. There are some pretty suspicious things that make us think a new engine is in our future.
Yeah, but I think this is a bus we've decided that we'll probably keep for a really long time. Even if we, for some reason, we stop traveling full time, I could see us keeping this and storing it and just going on little trips with it in the future also.
Yes, what we were basically thinking is that we were trying to think worst case scenario. Honestly, the engine in the other one is basically perfect, and I don't think we'd ever have to replace it, but we were just thinking like worst case scenario for both buses. Let's say we needed a new engine. I'd rather pay to put it in this one because I think it's a little bit more rare a bus, and I just really, we just love this bus.
We love it.
A lot more than the other one. We love them both, but yeah, this one's a little more special to us, so we figured worst case, let's say we had to spend 10-15 grand on a new motor one day. Hopefully we can put that out at least a year or two, but it's probably going to happen in this bus. We figured if it has to happen, we'd rather spend the money on this bus than the other one. The body on this bus is extremely, extremely clean. There is very, very minimal rust underneath and all around the bottom. The floor on the inside actually had a lot more rust than the old bus, but overall this one had a little less rust. Really the only rust was on underneath the wooden floor on the bottom, which we've already treated. As you can see also, we haven't filmed for like a little over a week, and we've gotten a lot done on this bus already.
And I think part of the reason that is because we kind of did it all once already, so we knew what to like get going and what to do right away.
Yeah, it went a lot faster this time because it was our second time doing it.
Yeah.
So we'll give you a peek inside, show you a little bit what we've done. And yeah, this is our new bus, Bluebird TC2000. It is I guess you'd call it an 8-window. It's an 8-window short bus. It's like 25 to 25 and a half feet long overall. Very short. We shouldn't really see any size restriction problems with it. And we're excited to start building it out. So let's take a look inside. I know the audio gets a little rough when we're filming inside the bus. I have learned that, so I'm sorry about that, but this is the inside. As you can see, it looks like the ceilings are almost a little high right now, but that's just because there's no floor and no ceiling, and by the time we build, I am going to be touching, so we've got a little plan on how to work out a slightly taller roof in a certain area. We'll tell you more about that later, but this is where we're at. The inside is just about completely demoed. Floor out, ceiling out, all the walls out, just about ready to be insulated. You can see we deleted some of the windows. Basically what we did here is we removed and resealed all of the windows. So we popped them out, and then we took the ceiling metal from the ceiling panels, cut it into rectangles, and when the windows were out, we just put back in a sheet of metal and then the window back in front of it, holding it in place so it gives it that window delete look from the outside. And if we ever wanted to change the floor plan or changed our mind on the layout, we could always just pull it out and remove the window delete or move them around and have our windows back if we ever wanted. So we thought that was cool. What else have we done?
We also did these windows specifically because we kind of already have a floor plan that we want to do, which we will share with you soon. But yeah, that's why we chose these windows to delete.
Yeah, so we did one little pretty part of the bus, which is already covered up. My brother got new carpet in his house, so we had some leftover carpet from those guys, so we already just did new carpet around the driver's seat here. You really can't see it because it is covered in junk right now. But yeah, there is a new carpet under that seat, and it looks really, really good. I'll try to give you a look here. Just kidding. It's really hard to see, and I don't feel like moving all this other carpet right now because we're about to get working on other stuff. Oh, also, I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing, but this bus has air brakes, which I'm kind of excited about, and a really good looking little dash area, better than a lot of the other big buses that I've seen.
And another thing we've done to this bus already is the floor. So what we did is we ripped out everything and we scraped all the rust off the floor, and then we treated the rust with, it was like OSPO, but it wasn't. Basically, you coat the whole thing and then you let it dry, and it's supposed to like prevent the rust from spreading. So we did that, and then we painted over it with black Rust-Oleum paint.
Yeah, and also just today, we went down and patched all the holes with pennies, which I've seen is a popular thing to do. So all the holes are now covered from when the seats came out, and the floors are about ready to go in.
And so that's the story of the two buses. Basically, this bus is the one we really wanted. The other one we bought the second time when we lost this auction. We bought the other one at the second auction, and then we got a chance to buy it again, and we did. And now we have two. We are selling one. As much fun as it would be to build out two buses, we really don't have the time or the expense or money to do it. So maybe we'll build out another one in the future.
Well, if you've made it till the end of this video and you are still here, thank you for watching. As I was sitting here editing this video that you just saw right here, I realized that it is incredibly out of date, and we neglected to film almost anything between when this one was filmed and now, which was about 4 months ago that we filmed this, and I'm just now getting it edited. And we basically filmed next to nothing between then and now. And you can't see too much of it, but we're sitting in the bus. It is built.
It is done.
Or at least 95, 98% done. There's like a couple little trim pieces we're still going to add, but it's basically done. We're very excited to share this bus with you in the next few videos, and get back to traveling in this bus with you also, and do some more travel content. So just wanted to give you that quick update. Felt obligated to tell you how old this video was because, I don't know, I didn't want people to think this was current. If you follow us on any other social media, mostly just Instagram, that's where you would have seen some of the build pictures and you'd know where we are currently. But super excited to share this bus with you. I'll show you a little more in the next video because we're about to start filming more frequently, I hope. I know we've said that many times, but we really plan to get back onto our regular schedule of at least, I don't know, how much you want to film?
I don't know. Let's start with once a week for now.
That's what I was going to say. All right. Shoot for once a week. We've never had a regular schedule, but we usually put out around one a week. So we're going to get back to that in the next one. Thanks for watching.
Also a lot of explaining in the next one, I think.
Yeah. A bus tour coming up eventually here.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we're excited to share that with you. So we will...
We missed you guys. We missed filming.
I guess we should explain why we didn't film much.
No. We talk about that in the next video, I think.
Just a real brief. We were building the bus and we were both working full-time jobs to pay for the bus during, and it was just like filming and editing plus working full-time jobs plus building a bus on what we were trying to make as fast a schedule as possible, which ended up being 4 months, which I'm pretty happy with finishing the whole bus in 4 months while working. Mm-hmm. It worked out well. That's why we couldn't film as much of the build. We kind of prioritized the build over the filming. So sorry about that. Mm-hmm. I know it would have been good content, but
it would have.
We wanted it done. So
and we needed to make money.
Yeah.
So.
We needed to actually fund the build, so we really needed to prioritize the jobs. But yeah, we'll explain more very shortly here. So we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Buddy.
Say bye.
What? See you next time.